he poked his hand in there. He like, Mark, Frank, Mark. I was like, hey. He waved. That was it. That was my meeting with Mark Cuban.
Like, I could just name 3 people off the top. You, Jay Cruz, Smooth Vega are the ones putting on for Latinos in the DFW area. And
At the level that you're doing it, like, it's crazy, man. It's just something that I can take pride in as a Latino myself. I'm like,
If I can inspire even one person out of this podcast, that's a win.
I love it.
Whatever you do, just know somebody's always watching.
I come in here, it looks professional. Tune into the content.
welcome back to another episode of Direct Discussions, a podcast dedicated to deep diving into the lives of individuals just like you. I'm going to pass it over to David now.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Thank you guys for tuning in. We have a special guest in the building, my boy Frank Louboutin. Is that how you pronounce your last name?
I always say Louis Vuitton, like the red bottoms.
So that's kind of how I wanted to say it too. That's what it sounds like too, whenever I hear it. But Frank Louboutin is in the building. How are you feeling today, bro?
I'm good, man. Yeah,
Feeling real good?
I'm
How
good.
good?
I'm good.
Like,
I got my workout on.
1 to 100. How are you feeling?
I'm hungry actually, but
Hungry,
yeah,
okay,
I'm always hungry. I stay hungry.
Oh, you might need a Snickers then.
No, more than that. Probably 3.
3 Snickers.
Yeah.
All right, that sounds great. So I wanted to take it back to the beginning, like the very, very beginning. What do you think, or how did you feel when you were first told, "Hey, you're gonna be a father"?
So let me take a little bit before that, right? So obviously, like I came to the States from Mexico, right? 13 years old. Like this was like a whole different, like basically world for me, right? Like the language barrier. We didn't have no family, no friends. So just me, my mom's, my dad. That's it. Um, the way that my mom and my dad, I mean, obviously they had a hard time to getting jobs. So my mom she'll babysit kids. So at any point in time, we had like anywhere from 8 to 10 kids at my house all the time, like 7 days a week. So I grew up around kids, bro. So I always wanted like a kid of my own. So like I was ready. Like when I turned like 15, 16, I'll tell my mom like I want my own kid. Like I'm ready. Like I want to be a dad, you know?
Yeah, that's all you've seen.
Because I grew up with kids and they're so lovable and you know what I'm saying? Like, so I ended up meeting my wife, my ex-wife. She was 14, I was 17. We dated for 3 years and she ended up getting pregnant at 17. I was 20. I was turning 21 and just that moment like it changed my life, bro. Like knowing that I was going to be a father, something that I've been wanting for a long time, and then being with my ex-wife, and just seeing my son, like that moment. So I knew I was gonna be in love with my son, like, and obviously a boy. So you know, a father, the bond. I knew I was gonna be in love, but I wasn't ready for that moment when I seen my son coming out of, you know what I'm saying, like how can you fall in love with something within a second?
So quick.
Like, bro, I never experienced that, and like it happened. Like I saw him, and I was like, bro, like this is me. Like this is a part of me. You know what I mean? Like that's me. Like literally, this is like I gotta go harder now. You know? So yeah, it was great. Instant love. Like I never ever. I mean, even at that young age, I never experienced anything like that, bro.
So would you say at that point you were like super excited, or you were more just like, all right, now it's time to hit the ground running?
Yeah, so before that, you know, like obviously, you know, I had my phone bill and I was still living with my parents. So I really didn't have like no like major bills, right? But yeah, the minute he was born, it was like, yeah, it's time to like put the batteries on and like really grind, you know, because now like I got somebody depending on me. Like I can't just go and spend $200-300 at the club or buy me a $200 pair of sneakers, right? I need Pampers now. I need milk. I need to provide for my son. So yeah,
Do you think that you becoming a father made you have to grow up faster?
it in a way it did. Because see, like me and my ex we never knew anything besides each other. So we were like at first everything, like first kiss, first sexual relationship. Like I didn't have like I didn't have like boys night outs and you know what I'm saying? Like so it did make me grow like to the next level, you know, to where I felt like all right, I gotta put all the clubbing behind, the partying and all that, and just really like focus and be a man. So it did.
You have a question?
Could you so how old were you when you had your first kid?
21.
Oh yeah, I was 21. You know what? I can relate because I was in that same predicament too, where before I had a kid, I mean, I wasn't really going out to the clubs or whatnot. I was more hanging out with friends.
Right.
But as soon as I had my daughter, like you said, que te ponen las pilas.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can totally relate with that because I mean, for me, I feel like all of my 20s have just been working, working, working. Like when I turned 24, then I was like, all right, now I gotta buy a house. So, made the move then back in 2020. So it's like, okay, here we are. Then what?
Yeah. No, and the same like before my son, like, I was already working, so I was already making money, but all my money will be like I love shoes, bro. Like
Yeah, I was.
yeah, I love shoes. So I was buying shoes every week, like anything that will come out, I'll buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it. So let's say I get paid on Friday. By Monday, I had no money. I'll be asking my pops, hey pops, like you got $20 till Friday. You know what I'm saying? So it was nothing clicking on me to like, hey bro, like you gotta save money. Like no, it was like you got money, spend it. You know what I'm saying? And I contribute that to also my parents, which I love my dad. He's always been like the hardest working dude ever, bro. And my mom, she like the best, right? But like my parents never gave me that, hey bro, you gotta save money, you gotta take care of your credit, and that's something that now, like when I have my son, I was like, well, okay, I need to show my kids the importance of credit and savings and something having something behind for rough times, you know.
And I think he actually did the right thing by going to go serve, because now he sets his life up to have theoretically the backup plan if push ever came to shove, he could go back.
Right.
But even then, him being a veteran, he gets all the benefits that he could do. That a lot of people don't have already. He doesn't have to get the FHA loan. He can go get the I don't forget what the loan is for veterans to go get a house and everything. It's already cheaper too, so he could easily go get a house right now and already just be ahead of the curve than the other people his age right now at 25. So that's a big thing that is hard for us to do now, is because my parents also didn't teach me, hey, credit, money, save, this, and that. Yeah, they were kind of saying, hey, you save your money, but they weren't saying, don't go blow your money on shoes, don't go out to the club, don't do that. They weren't saying where I should put my money. They were just saying, save it. So I wanted to get into a little bit, how was it whenever you found out you were having your daughter? Because what's the age gap on your...
So 4 years. So we had our son 98, and then we had a daughter in 2002. And it was planned because we wanted our son to have like a little, play buddy. You know what I mean? Like we didn't want him to grow and not, me and my wife talked, ex-wife, sorry. We were like, if we have our daughter, if we have a girl, like that's it, that's all we need. You know what I'm saying? So we wanted a boy and a girl, and luckily we got the boy and the girl. Yeah. So no, but it was planned. We said 4 years old when he's then we can try for another kid, and it ended up being my daughter.
Which is so great, because that you were meticulous about that situation, and it wasn't just an accident or rushed or anything like that. Y'all said, hey, first one, all right, and here a couple later, come back and get the second one. And then it actually worked out. Most people,
Perfect, yeah.
most people don't always get the boy girl or the girl.
Trying to get all boys or all girls, and yeah.
Yeah, luckily for me, I want all boys. How about you, Roger? Do you want all girls?
I think right now in my current headspace, I'm okay with just my daughter. No, most definitely.
Let's say if you did have a hypothetical second one, would you want a boy or girl?
Honestly, it wouldn't matter. I mean, I don't really put too much thought into that. It's just, I mean, whatever the Lord provides, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. So I want to get. So what age were you when you got into starting Kicks 101?
So like I said before, before my son, sneakerhead, shoes. When my son came in the picture, all right, now you got to work on getting a house, right? Providing for your family. So that's what I did. Like I work, bought me a house. We got our home. Then my daughter was born, and I was working, providing. Yeah, I'll buy me shoes every once in a while because you never lose that love for shoes. If you're like a real sneakerhead, like you're always thinking like, damn, I have one, right? But it really didn't matter like if I had them or not. Like so obviously, and let me go back a little bit. Being 14 and 17 and finding that person at such young age, and then when you really come into adulthood, right, into an adult, um sometimes people fall out of love, right? And that's not the right person. You can love that person, and till this day, like I still love my ex-wife to death. Like if I had $1 and she asked me for $1, I'll give it to her, and I wouldn't even ask her what you need it for. That like that, but not romantically or anything. It's just love for the years that we were together, and she gave me two beautiful kids. Um, but we got to a point to where like we both knew that we wasn't meant for each other. That we wasn't each other's soulmates, and it took us 2 years, and we'll talk. We were had conversations about it, like what do you want to do? Like what should we do? And we did it all. We went to therapy. We took breaks. You know what I mean? Like conversations like people should have. You know what I mean? Like what's going through your head? Tell me, like what should we do? And there was a point where we took like a 6-month break. Like you do your thing, I'll go my way. Like if you want to go and be with 100 dudes, that's your choice.
Yeah, that's your choice.
So we took actually like a break, 6 months, and then we said after those 6 months we'll come back and we'll see where we at. Bro, we did it all, and after being away for a minute, we actually like really knew that we wasn't right for each other. So, we made the decisions to just like separate, and that led to being divorced and dealing with the kids. And at first, being with somebody for over 15 years, bro, like even though you're not in love with that person, you're comfortable with that person. So the breakup wasn't like I'm heartbroken or anything. It was more like somebody passed away. You wake up with that person every day for 15 years. You go to sleep, that person's there 15 years. You eat with that person. You come out of the shower, that person is there. You know what I'm saying? And then one day, she's gone. So to me, it felt like, she passed away. Like I went to that grief like for over a year and a half, bro. Like, um, and obviously like it was the best choice that we ever made, both of us. You know what I mean? But to get back to your question, obviously we separated at the time. My son was like around 12. And then he started getting into shoes, right? So I'm like, all right, I'll take you, bro. Like, and Kickport was around with Kickport. They're the OGs of the sneaker culture in Dallas. So we started going to their shows, Expo events. Then we start looking up like where else can we go. So we'll drive San Antonio to Houston, and then I start taking his little friends. So we'll leave like a Sunday morning to Houston, drive, go to the shows, come back at night, take them kids back to their homes. So I saw it as, all right, I got my kids around me and they're safe. Um, I want to continue doing this so they won't like go on the streets or go into drugs. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to keep my son here, like with me, around me, like show him, look, this is something you can do. It's positive. Uh, and then after a minute, he's like, "Hey man, how come we just don't start our own show here in Dallas?"
Your son told you that?
Yeah. So they already had like their little crew. You know what I mean? So I was like, "Hey man, let's do it." So I knew nothing about throwing an event, anything, bro. Like I didn't know nobody. So I was like, "Man, you know what? Yeah, let's do it." So I started sending emails, calls, texts. At the time, Instagram was brand new.
Because you're saying at that time, you said your son was born in 98. You said when he was 12. So that's 2010. And Instagram came alive in 2008, 2009.
So Instagram was new and I caught that wave. You know what I'm saying? So we started our first show, Kicks 101. Obviously, I went crazy. I got this super huge venue. Like I got tables, chairs. I hired like rappers and DJs, and bro, I ended up spending like $8,000 out of my pocket. I had like 8 vendors.
Nobody really
50 people showed. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, you know what? Like the kids have fun. My son is happy. And the first show I did it on purpose on Father's Day, bro.
That makes sense. I
That year, yeah.
Because you were doing that
Yeah.
with your son.
Yeah.
So why not have dads bring your sons with you?
Yeah. You know? So a lot of people were like, bro, just give it up. Even Kickport were like, bro, give it up. Like you're not it, guy. You're not that guy. You're not that guy. You're not that guy. And I was like, you know what? No. Like I'm not gonna give up, bro. Like I'm gonna keep going. So went back to the drawing board, second show. I already knew what I was doing. Smaller venue. I met people at the event. So and I'm very likable, bro. Like if you talk to me, like man, that's a cool dude. Like so yeah, people start reaching out to me, bro. I like a total 180. Like I had like over 100 vendors now. Second show, yeah. Packed house. There was lines, bro. Second show. Like from night to day, bro, like that in 6 months. Boom. So that was like, there you go.
That was the trial and error. Because
Yeah.
you've seen where you messed up the first time. You're like smaller venue.
And a lot of people give up, bro. Like first time, you can't give up, you know? Like you gotta keep going. And yeah, obviously, like if you keep falling, just take that L and move on to another thing. Maybe that's not for you.
Yeah.
But I knew it was for me because I've been in love with shoes for a long. That's my lane. You know what I mean? So
Even the kicks today.
some light.
Those are a little bit older now, but yeah, that's just because Kanye's not with Yeezy.
Nah,
but
for
yeah,
sure.
that makes sense. So then, when did you want to bring it? I guess full circle around with the community, because you had started. Didn't you start doing the community work with Kicks 101 as
Yeah.
well?
So at the beginning, Kicks 101 was obviously to gather, my son and his friends and show him a way and keep him at the streets. And I was like, if we make money at any point, I mean, who doesn't like making money? Like that's a little side hustle. So if I'm making a profit, like I'm not gonna say no to it, right? So at the beginning, yeah, it was like I took it like as a little business, like my little side hustle. But obviously it took me about 5 shows to actually break even to the 8 grand that I had lost.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Even though the second show was crazy, like it took me 5 shows to actually break even. So it took me about 2 years, bro, to break even. All right, I finally got my money back. I finally got my money back. So, and take a little backstory. So obviously, when I got here at 13, I had that one outfit that I had on, and I had a pair of shoes that I had to hold on, and I went to middle school, and obviously I was getting bullied because obviously I didn't speak the language, right? And I had the same outfit, bro, that I wore for like 3 months with the same shoes. And kids are gonna be kids, bro, and they're gonna talk and they're gonna laugh, and like I don't even know what they're saying, but I know they're being mean. So that stayed in my mind forever, bro. And so we are at the fish show till I broke even, and we're having dinner, and I'm sharing the news with the family. Like, hey, like we're finally gonna make some money out of this, and I was like I guess I can take you somewhere, for spring break or something. And then my daughter, she was like, well, if you make money, can you buy my friend a pair of shoes? And I was like, what? My daughter at the time when she's saying that, she's like in second grade, bro. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, like kids are making fun of her because she has dirty shoes. That took me back to
When you were a kid,
and
being
kids
the
were
one being
bullying
made
me.
fun of, yeah.
So that
You were like, that's a good idea.
so I was like, this is what I'm supposed to do with Kicks 101.
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to give back to the community. So that night, Kicks for Kids started. So Kicks for Kids is the nonprofit that I use to buy shoes for kids, and I started 10 years ago
10 years ago
with,
to
with
this
that
year?
dinner. Yeah,
Okay, so in 2014.
yeah, with that dinner. So on the sixth show, I had enough money to buy 10 kids, like 10 pair of shoes. So I went to school with Neck Elementary in Oak Cliff. Talked to the principal. I was like, look, man, my kids come here. I was like, I got a little bit of money that I want to help out some people, especially kids. Um, but I don't want to step on no toes. A lot of parents sometimes they feel offended when people are trying to help. I was like, can you find 10 kids that need help? And I wanna buy them a pair of shoes. She's like, yeah, man, I get on it. So yeah, that year, she found me 10 kids. I bought them like brand new shoes, bro. And I surprised them. So they didn't even know. I went to the class and they called them outside and I was like, hey, man. So that seeing their faces glow up, bro. And these are kids coming from Mexico too, bro. So it's like they never had like a brand new pair of like Jordans or anything. So that was like, yeah, like this is what I need to do. So 10 pairs the first year, we went to 35 the second, 80, and then that kept growing.
So
You know,
up to this year, what? How much have you
so
been?
we stopped right before COVID. That was our last year because it like COVID took everything out of like
Yeah.
just everything, bro. Like all our funds went away. Like obviously we weren't doing no shows because everything was shut down. Um, so we haven't bought anything since COVID. But we're still doing the field day where we go in and we buy food for over 1,000 students. We buy on food, drinks, and we've been doing that every year for the past 8 years. And we did this last year.
That's where y'all just go out and you said.
Yeah, we cook. We make them hot dogs, chips. I bring a DJ for field day. You know when they're having the for field day. Yeah, at the school. Yeah, like we make it fun for everybody. So they have to spend no money, and everybody gets the same thing: hot dog, chips, fruit, drinks, like everybody.
And then you do that at the.
No, Winnetka Elementary. The same. Yeah.
Okay, got you. I actually love that about you because that's something that I wanted to get into, and I know I can't really do it right now so much, but it's more of like later on in life, which is philanthropy and just giving back to the communities and stuff like that. So I like that you come from Oak Cliff and you were still trying to stay in the community where you came from of Oak Cliff and not just go, hey, I'm gonna go to Plano or I'm gonna go here and go give them something. When you just stayed in the same area, which is it feels amazing doing that.
And it's like I inspire so many people to do the same. Um, I don't know if you heard Pasos for Oak Cliff.
You said say it again.
Pasos for Oak Cliff.
No, I haven't heard that.
It's another nonprofit, and they got inspired by me. And yeah, and now they're doing scholarships for kids. So it's amazing, bro. Like it's amazing. Like what a lot of people were like, bro, you doing it for cloud? Like why you post it? Like why you gotta go on Instagram and post? I was like, bro, I want to inspire people because if I'm doing it, what makes you think like you can just go and be like, you know what? I can buy one pair for one kid. I'm gonna go do it. And a lot of people don't know my story, right? So it doesn't bother me like whatever they got to say. I know I'm doing it for the right reason and I'm doing it for the heart. So I just keep going.
Yeah, not to mention, I think it's great too. It's a difference if you set up the event and you're not there, but it's a bigger difference if you're setting up the event and you're there, actually, scooping the food, putting in the plate. Because
Yeah.
I seen you doing that whenever you had
Yeah.
posted it. You were, got the gloves on. You were out here putting the food in
Way
the
out there,
plate, giving
bro.
it to the
Yeah.
next person, and et cetera, et cetera. That's a lot different. Just saying, hey, let's set this up, and y'all go do it, and then you're actually out there doing the groundwork, meeting everybody. Hey, how are you doing? And you're actually out there serving the community, which is so key. A lot of people aren't doing that nowadays, which is what I was telling Roger. It's something that I wanted to do. It's just you have to, what do they call it? You have to help yourself before you can help others.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm just trying to work on now. Is eventually I want to get to that point where I'm helping other people with all those smallest things. Like that, the idea what you just said right there about giving a kid a pair of shoes is so real. Like there's a lot of kids that my nephews and nieces go to school with. It's like the same example.
Yeah.
They just their parents don't have a lot of money or whatever it is. They would want something like that, and they would remember that forever.
And moms have reached out to me after, kids that I helped years ago. And they're like, hey, man, like my son still talks about the shoes you gave him. And now he's, working here, whatever. I was like, man, those stories is just like, get me going.
You love it. It's the
Yeah.
inspiration for sure. So, do you think that any of this inspiration is like speared off onto your kids?
Um, it has helped them mold into the people that they are now, right? Because they see me doing a lot of community events and a lot of just helping people. That my kids are like very polite, like they stay to themselves. You know what I mean? Like they're good kids, bro. And I'm not just saying just because they're my kids, because if sometimes we do party too, but you know what I'm saying? Like they're like generally like good ass kids.
I mean, your son has to. I don't want to say this in a weird way, but like, I would think that if you're gonna go serve, it's everything's bigger than you. If you're gonna go serve, because you know what could happen if you're serving. You understand that it's not just me. It's I'm doing this for the world. I'm doing this for you. So I would think that being that your son wanting to go serve is key for him. Saying, "Hey, this is not just me. It's big. This is everybody." And I think he might have been able to get that inspiration.
No, and he sacrificed a lot too. Like my son was serving while COVID was going on, so we didn't see my son physically for like 3 years. So he was in Japan too. So birthdays, Thanksgivings, Christmas, New Year's for 3 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, we'll FaceTime, but it's not the same to like be with your mom and your sister. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a mama's boy. You know what I mean? So like that, the sacrifice for 3 years molded him into like a man, bro. Like when he left for boot camp, it was still a boy, and that dude he came back a man.
Yeah, that's actually amazing. I could see how that could happen. Going to go do that. Now you're all by yourself. No father, no brother, no sister, no nothing, and it's just you and your own thoughts, and then what everybody else is telling you to do while you're out there on I forget what they call it, the base camps and whatnot.
Boot camp.
Yeah, the boot camp. Yeah, that's that. I was thinking about doing it myself when I was that age, but I was like, that's probably not for me.
Yeah. No, and it's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta weigh your options. Like, do I want to go to school? Do I want to pursue? Do I want to work already? Because a lot of people just want to work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it has to fit. And a lot of kids go and they don't even finish boot camp.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you really have to like tighten up and do it.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. Where do you think, or how did you get into the contact or the mindset to be like, I want to maybe go work for the Mavericks, like you said you did?
That just happened, bro. Like, and I tell this to people, bro, like whatever you do, just know that somebody's watching. Like whatever you do, just know somebody's always watching you, and they're keeping tabs on you, right? So obviously I've been doing the shoe thing for years, the community events, and I never did it for like trying to get a job, or I never apply anywhere. I was just doing me. This is what I do. I still had a regular job. I worked for years in the hotel industry, Four Seasons, and then the Omni Dallas. Like I had like a regular job, bro. Like I was a maintenance man for years. Took care of like HVAC, plumbing, like painting. You know what I mean? That's my trade. All this sneakerhead, that was just like the side hustle that I had. Yeah, and but through the sneaker community, I was able to meet a lot of people, right? DJs, people from television, um, people that work for the Mavericks, the Rangers, the Cowboys. I was able to work with Nike, with Reebok, with Puma, you know, while having a regular job, right? And then just one day out of the blue, I knew my boy, and he's a graphic designer for the Mavericks, and he's like, "Hey, bro, like, what are you doing?" Like, just a random Wednesday. I was like, "About to go to work." He's like, "Bro, you want to meet Mark Cuban?" I was like, "What?" That's random, bro. I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, you want to meet Mark Cuban?" I was like, "When?" He's like, "Right now." I'm like, "Yeah." So call my job. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be late. You know what I'm saying? I don't meet Mark Cuban. So when got there 15 minutes, right? And the headquarters of the Mavericks are right across from the arena on the other side. Yeah.
Across the freeway.
So I get there, police is there, and they're like, yeah, whatever. I'm here to see whatever was such and such. My friend comes, he gets me. He's like, all right, come on. So we walk in, and Mark Cuban's office, and he pokes his hand in there. He like, Mark, Frank, Mark. I was like, hey. He waved. That was it. That was my meeting with Mark Cuban. That was my meeting with Mark Cuban. Like I waved. He like, yeah, he's a busy dude, bro. You know. So I'm like, that's it. You call me like, you made me call off work for this, bro. He's like, no, come on, bro. So he's like, look, man, we had a morning meeting with Mark Cuban. This is 2018-19 season, right? 2017, players could only wear, as far as shoes, they had to match the uniform. So if you're the Dallas Mavericks, you got blue and gray, your shoes had to be blue and gray or blue or gray. So you had to match. You had to match.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. The NBA was really strict on uniform code, right? 2018-19 season, the NBA said, you know what? Y'all can wear whatever y'all want.
Yeah.
Like if you got blue uniform and you want to wear pink shoes, God bless you, do it. Freedom, right? Y'all get paid. Go get that bag, right? So he's like, all right. So Mark wants to start an Instagram to highlight what the players are wearing, what the fans are wearing, to the arena, bring them together. He asked us if we knew of like a sneakerhead in Dallas, and I raised my hand, and I said I got the right person. You know what I'm saying? So he already knew of me, right? But that's what I'm saying. Like, there's always somebody watching you, bro. Like, even if you're not present in the room, if you're good with that people and you've been good and you've been loyal and you've been like just yourself, they're gonna bring your name up in rooms that you're not even, you know. So he's like, I say you. He's like, do you want it? I was like, what do you mean? Do I want it? Yeah, bro. Like, I want it.
Is that even a question?
He was like, it's not a paid gig, bro. It's an internship. He's like, but the perks are crazy. Are you gonna be able to work with the maps? I was like, bro, yes. So I got hired that day, got my credentials that same day, bro, like on the spot. Like took my pictures, gave me a credential. He's like, this, you can go anywhere in the arena with this tag.
That's crazy.
You know? So he's like, can you start today? I'm like, yeah.
Today, the day you were supposed to go into work, he was like, start
yeah.
today.
So the game, 7 p.m. He like, just be here like at 6, meet me at 6. I'll show you around. You know? Bro, me growing up, I was a fan of Michael Finley. Remember Michael Finley?
Yeah.
First person I meet, Michael Finley, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Like, it's like,
Comes full
you know what I'm
circle.
saying? I like, Michael, I grew up watching you. Like, you're my idol, bro. He's like, man, nice to meet you, bro. Bro, and I had access to locker room, like, to the court, bro, everything. That was, like, it was the best year of my life, bro.
Oh, you only did it for 1 year?
Yeah, so it was an internship, right? And my friend, he was like per se my go-to guy. Like he was in charge of that project, right? Of that project. And I ran the Instagram for the Mavericks. It was called Mass Fire Patrol. We grew it to like 25,000 followers like 3 months. Like we're doing events, we're doing everything. Like I said, best year of my life. I went to every single game, and that year, bro, like they were giving me like 20 to 30 tickets for every game just to give away.
Jeez, man.
And you won't believe nobody wanted them the tickets because the Mavs, they were not great.
Oh, yeah.
They sucked.
That's how they were bad, yeah.
They were really bad, bro. So I had like 20, 30 tickets for every game, and none of my friends wanted them. I would post on Instagram, hey, who wants to go to the Mavericks? No replies. So here I am with like 30 tickets. And like, what the fuck? So what I start doing is I'll go to the nosebleeds and I'll find families, so 4 or 5, and I'll be like, come on. They're like, what? Like, I'm going to upgrade you to the 100s. Bro, every game, bro. And see, that's a lot of people would have been like, no, like sell them or, no, bro, like we got to bless people, bro.
Yeah,
like,
they spent their hard earned money and then now they get a hookup and come all the way down.
And this was good seats, bro. The 100s right in the middle of the arena, bro.
Yeah, that's those are what is it called? You have to be a full season ticket holder to even get those tickets. Which is insane because I know those tickets are real good seats.
And I can even get like one ticket for free.
You can't. I got you. I'll hook you up, bro. I have season tickets, and we have 3 tickets, and so some of the games it's just like 1 or 2 of us.
Yeah.
So we always got that third seat with us just there. So if there's ever a game, well, this season's basically
hey, like, hey, Frank, come on.
Yeah, I got you because this season's already done. So I think we only have 2 games left.
Yeah.
But next season.
Yeah.
No, for sure, I got you. Because I even told Roger we're going to the one. I think it's next Friday, April 5th against Atlanta.
Yeah.
So then I had an extra ticket. So me and Roger are going next week. So that's gonna be another good time. That's just insane though how that opportunity came so quick. So why'd you only do it for 1 year though? Is it just because of life?
Then my friend got moved to another project, and then they brought another person to that project, and then obviously that person brought their own people.
That's what always.
So I was an employee, so you know what I mean. Like I wasn't like tied. Mavericks.
Yeah, okay. So you weren't tied to the
I was in a payroll, yeah.
So after you had that whole experience with the Mavericks, what kind of doors did that open up for you?
Crazy doors, yeah. Like a lot of people started reaching out just because of that. Like I did a commercial for Nike. They actually put me in a Nike campaign.
I remember that. I was about to say I remember that. Let's get into the sneaker, the shoe,
the shoe too. Yeah. So that. The Mavericks opened a lot of doors. I did a campaign for Nike and the Cowboys. They released like this hoodie, right? And then with the whole photo shoot, we had a release. Like they got this venue, whole campaign, the whole 9 yards, and that led to me meeting the main dude at Nike here in Dallas, right? Me and him became close. He would just like give me like a bunch of gear all the time. Hey, bro, look. I got like 10 pairs of shoes. Here, I got this gear. Just throwing me shit, right? Became really close. And then once again, like on a random Wednesday, I don't know what's going on with Wednesdays, bro. Just a random Wednesday. He's like, hey, bro, what are you doing? I was like, I'm about to eat, bro. He's like, no, don't eat. He's like, come meet me at Campese's in downtown pizza place.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what's going on, bro? He's like, no, I got 2 Nike reps. They just want to chat. They're thinking about doing a shoe for Dallas. And they just want to chop it up. I was like, all right, babe. What time? He's like, 7. So I'm like, all right. So I start getting ready. And in my head, I'm like, all right, it's gonna be like a round table, right? It's gonna be the Nike people and maybe like a few people from Dallas, and everybody's gonna throw ideas. Oh, I think this should be on the shoe, right? This should be on the shoe. So I get there. I hate being late, bro. Like I hate being I always like to be on time. I hate being late and I hate waiting on people. So anyways, I'm the first one there. So I get there to the host and she's like, yeah, man, I hope you. I was like, I'm here for the Nike dinner. She looked at me like I'm crazy. What? I'm like, dinner for Nike. Like supposed to meet people here at 7. They're like, we have nothing for Nike. She's like, we don't even have a room like for a dinner. This is a restaurant. I was like, all right. So I called my bro. I was like, hey, bro, like, are you here? Or he's like, no, bro. We're pulling up, bro. Like, give us like 2 minutes. Like, all right. So, yeah, sure enough, it's my boy and the 2 dudes from Nike and me. That's it. Yeah. So, and then we just sit like a regular table. And I was like, okay, this is it. Like, where's the rest of the people? He's like, nah, bro, that's it. Just us. I'm like, all right, well, this is awkward. So, anyways, get drinks, get appetizers, and we're just chopping it up like right now, like we are, like we're just chopping it up. They start asking me questions, and I'm just going back and forth, just same shit y'all doing right now, just asking me questions, I'm answering, and then they start getting into like, all right, bro, like we're thinking about doing a shoot for Dallas. We just want to pick your brain. Um, Rodney said like, you know, the shoe head here in Dallas, the main go to. So we just want to pick your brain, bro. Like, so I start spitting out ideas. It should be like this. It should be like that. Colorways. It should have this logo, this logo. I'm just going crazy, bro. I'm just going off. Like top of the dome. I never. This is just me freestyling. Like boom, boom, boom. I love this shoe. The silhouette. A lot of people here in Dallas rock it. Like this is hot. This brand is hot. These people should be in because they been in Dallas for so long. Boom, boom. All right, dinner's over. All right, bro. Well, nice to meet you. Whatever. Never once it was said that. All right, we're gonna take all your ideas and we're gonna make nothing. It was just like, all right, bro. Thank you. Like, and I was like, well, y'all want to go out? I'll take y'all out. Show you the city. And like, no, bro. We gotta catch a plane. Like we're literally from here catching a plane going back to headquarters. I was like, all right, well, all right. If y'all in town, let me know. I'll take y'all out. That was it, bro. Never heard nothing from nobody. My boy didn't say nothing. So I'm on Twitter, bro. One day, like 4 months later, I'm on Twitter just like scrolling, going through my and then it said Nike to release city edition shoes for Miami, Chicago, Dallas, and Houston. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. So I clicked the link, bro, and the first fucking shoe is the fucking shit that I had in my head. Like literally, bro, I'm like, what the fuck is going on, bro? Like, so I get my phone, I was like, bro, I call my boy, dude, Ronnie. I was like, hey, bro, like, you see it, bro? Like on Twitter, he like, what are you talking about? I was like, bro, they're releasing the shoe, bro. Like, thank you, bro. Like, I'm like all like happy. I'm like, bro, thank you so much for the opportunity. Cause I'm like, this is gonna take me like
another step, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he was like, what are you talking about? What shoe? I was like, bro, the shoe. We met with Nike, the dinner. He's like, nah, bro, like we met with like 10 other people that day. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I talked to him, I talked to you. Before that, they had just landed. They came to dinner and then they told me they're leaving. Like, when? Yeah. Like, nah, bro, we met like 10 other people. I was like, look, bro, I'm not even asking for money, bro. Like, just tell them to put my name under the creator, bro. That will take me farther than if you give me $10,000 right now.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't want no money. Just put my name in there, and then other people will see like, well, who the fuck is this dude?
Yeah, he designed the shoe. Yeah,
like, who's this designer? Like, we don't know. You know what I mean? He's like, nah, bro. Like, no, this is like 10 other people, bro. So I was like, all right. So you're telling me that 10 other people told them the same ideas down to the tongue and this, bro. What are you talking? The colorway. I was like, what? Because see, a lot of people think my shoe was made for the Maverick because of the green outline and the green on the sole, and it's not that. They were like, I told them the color green should be included because when you're driving to Dallas or when you're flying to Dallas, the first thing you see is the Bank of America building. That green, I was like, that green needs to be on that shoe, bro. I don't know where, I don't know how, but that same green, the green building, that color needs to be in the shoe because that's Dallas, bro. Like, that's Dallas.
It is, and the ball, the color and the ball.
And a lot of people, no, it's for the Mavericks. I'm like, no, bro, that's not even the green of the Mavericks, bro. That's the Bank of America building, bro. I was like, so you're telling me all 10 people said that color?
There's no way.
There's no way, bro. So anyways, beef, bro. Like, I called them out. It kind of went viral in Dallas. And yeah, it was my mistake too because it was my first meeting with like a major company. Um, Now I know that you're supposed to write down like
So like if
an
you were gonna
agreement.
if you were gonna do this again, so you would write down an agreement.
Yeah, so any conversation that you have with anybody major, whether it's like to write a song or to like publish anything, it should be written on paper. Anything that goes on this conversation, like it's we all here, we all sign it. I'm part of it, type, even if it's like on a piece of paper, and that becomes legal.
It's like a contract.
Yeah, like a
basically.
contract. Yeah. So then you can get something out of it. Um, I could have gone the route of attorneys and a lawsuit, but there's no way I can win against Nike. Bro. All they're gonna do is like postpone, and I don't have that bankroll to fight it. I just took an L, and it is what it is.
I don't know if that's an L though. It's more like a lesson to
It is a
learn.
lesson, and the fact that I created the shoe for Dallas, nobody's gonna take that away from me. But like it could have taken me deeper.
Yeah, it really could have, and they kind of just took the opportunity away from.
Yeah, and I learned that they do it all the time. Like companies do it all the time. They have secret meetings, secret dinners. They get the ideas, and then they get the recognition.
That makes sense. Which is so backstabbish if you think about it in that.
But it's like it's a savage world,
All right, so let's speak a hypothetical. Let's say me and Roger were gonna go do the same thing. You're saying as soon as we get there to that table, would it be a bad idea to say, "Hey, can we all sign this piece of paper?"
No. Just ask them like, what is this dinner about? Like, are we talking something that's gonna be like in production in the future? Like this, like what are we doing here? Like, what is this? What is this meeting about? What is this dinner about? Like just honestly, and you can even record it.
Yeah. Voice
And
recording
then
or something.
if they tell you nothing, this is just a dinner. Then you have it like, no, you lied to me. You say it was a dinner, no, and they can be like, yeah, we thinking about using some of your ideas. We might not, but that's also binding. They ain't telling you. So have something on paper or on.
Audio, video, anything like that, just to have your back covered on that. Damn, that's so great. I didn't even know it was that deep. I remember I had remembered that whole post because that's whenever you brought up the Nike thing, I was like, I remember you designed that shoe, or you were giving them the ideas and everything like that. And I was like, this shoe does look like a Dallas shoe. Like a lot of people would rock this shoe because the colors and it wasn't extremely out there. The black was subtle and everything like that, which tied it into where you could tie it in with so many different outfits, especially with any of the.
The worst part, I had to buy my own shoe, bro. I went to Foot Locker and bought my own shoe that I created.
How much were they charging for those at the time?
It was 140 something.
They were Air Maxes.
Air Maxes, yeah.
Air Max what?
97.
Air Max 97. You said what was it? 140?
Yeah, about 140.
Sheesh. Man, I would have got you. So are you still cool with that guy from Nike, or that just kind of like feels?
Yeah, he came out after and apologized, like, bro, like this is part of my job, bro. What I do. I was like, yeah, but you could have been honest, bro. Like, I told you from the get go, I'm not looking for money. Like the recognition, it was enough for me. Even if you would have said like, hey, Frank, you know what? We can't put you on the shoe, but I'm gonna put you on something bigger. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just the beginning, bro. This is
the next one.
Like, don't trip, bro. Like, I'm gonna make it right for you. Like, bro, just be honest.
And then he didn't even do that, which made it even worse. So I wanted to get into the part where you said earlier that which is really good because I like that you said it and I don't have to ask you. But you had told me, you said, my goal in the next 5 years, which is what I like to ask a lot of people because a lot of people don't think that far ahead. They're thinking next month, next week, maybe next year, but 5 years, nobody thinks that far ahead. And I like to think that far ahead. So when you told me that in 5 years you wanted to have your own gym, I love that. So get into that a little bit.
Yeah, so right when me and my ex broke up, I was like, bro, I was like over 205 pounds. And for my height, that's like, I was like a little ball. I like that. So I was like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna get in the gym and I'm gonna lose weight and I'm gonna get fit. So I did. That's the first thing I did, bro. I went and got membership. I got fit, like cut up. From 205, went down to 140.
Jeez, that's almost 70 pounds.
and I was shredded like shredded, bro. Like I didn't have no muscle though, but I was like shredded like Bruce Lee. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you were better than being at 205.
Yeah. So that started my fitness journey, right? And then I'll gain weight, and then I'll lose it, and then I'll gain. You know, it was like a roller coaster through the years, right? But I already knew how to lose weight. I already knew how to work on myself, on my own body. I knew what to do. I knew what to eat for my type of body, right? So I did that for years, right? And then when COVID hit, like everything that I do is surrounds people, being with people, venues, like everything. So when COVID hit, like it really shut me down. Like I was like, how am I gonna pay my bills? Like how? So I was like, I wonder if I can train some of my friends, and maybe they can pay me on the side, because that's all you can do. Like if somebody was close to you, they can come to your house and kick it, and So I asked like a few of my friends. I was like, "Hey, bro, like, can I train you, bro? And if you like it, then you can pay me. If you don't like it, then if it's not for you, then it's not for you." So yeah, a few of my friends, they were like, "Yeah, bro, like let's do it. Let's go. I ain't got shit to do anyways." So I started with like five friends, and I wanted to know if I can like, because everybody's different. Like your goals are different than your goals. You know what I mean? You might want to be bigger, like you know what I'm saying? Like girls, they want to booty, you know what I mean? Like
Legs.
and abs, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's different. So I was like, I wonder if I can like manage to work out and train different people. And I started reading a lot on it. Um, YouTube was a big help. And so yeah, I started with five people. And bro, I saw the transformation within 3 months. And everybody,
Of the
of
clients.
what they wanted, right?
Mhm.
Like the different people, what they wanted. Like I was giving it to them. And that started like, all right, maybe this is something you can do. And I stuck with it. And then people start hearing about it. And then, when you see something, you're like, oh shit. Because people buy with their eyes, right? So if you see like this dude went from fat to
Skinny or
or
big.
bigger, you're like, oh shit. Like, how you do that, bro? Oh, my boy Frank. Hit him up, bro. Like, he'll train you. Like, he'll come to you. He'll go to your house. So I started getting all these leads, and then I started getting all these clients, all these clients, all these clients. And I was like, yeah, that's something. That's a calling. So I changed gears, and then I started doing the training thing.
Okay, so what year was it where you said, "Hey, I'm tired of looking like this. I want to get into fitness"?
Um, right when I split with my ex, so I was 35.
So that's about what, 7 years ago? No, wait, you said it was about 12 years
Yep.
ago.
Yep.
So almost right around like 2011, 2012 range is where you were like,
No, and I tell people all the time, like it's never too late to start anything, bro. Like fitness, like a business, a friendship, like it's all you need to do is just take that one step, that first step. And it's so people feel so like tight, or what if I take that step and I fail? It's okay, bro.
they're scared of the failure.
Yeah. But once you take that first step, bro, like in anything, in a business, in a relationship, in a friendship, like anything, like you're good to go, bro. Like you gotta keep going.
No, that actually makes a lot of sense.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Sure, say something.
So then, whenever you said you had in the 5 years you wanted to eventually get to your own gym, where did this inspiration for your own gym come from, and how long ago did you come up with this idea? Hey,
So-
I need to have my own gym.
So I'm a travel trainer, right? So I'll travel to you, make it convenient for you, for my clients. A lot of my clients are in the service industry, like bartenders, bottle girls, cocktail waitresses, bar owners. So they don't want to get up and drive to a gym. They rather pay for the convenience of, bro, you come to me, and I'll just come down and meet you at my apartment
Yeah.
gym. You know what I mean?
That's actually clutch. Yeah, way clutch.
So, but I was like, let me learn everybody different, and then I want to get a job at a gym and learn the back end of the business, which is payroll and memberships and how to deal with customers, how to deal with clients, the machines, Like you rent them, you buy them. Like what's the cost of if a machine breaks? I just want to have everything ready. And like I told you before, yeah, that's my plan. 5 years. Like I want to open up my own gym. Because it gets tiring of traveling throughout,
Yeah, yeah.
especially with the traffic now.
Gas and everything like that as well.
Yeah. So yeah, 5 years. Like that's my little plan, bro.
Have you thought of any names?
For a gym? No, 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 not yet. I mean, I have some, but I don't want to put it out there because then somebody will steal it. Definitely not.
So do you? So in your head, like, okay, so you starting your own gym. Yes, you're gonna be competing with other smaller gym owners, and then of course the commercial gyms as well. So what do you think that you're gonna bring to the table to differentiate from what your competitors are doing?
So I just want to bring a vibe to the gym, right? And I want to cater to Latinos, right? Like that market is nobody's tapping into the Latino market, like fully like Latino market and anything, like anything, bro. Like everything is so like out. And I really want to target Latinos, bro. Like I want to target Latinos and like my people, you know what I mean? Because like if it works for me and during COVID we lost a lot of our people, bro,
Yeah.
because like we prone to have high blood pressure, diabetes, like sugars, like I want to bring my people and I want to learn them to look, even if you eat a little bit good and even if you train a little bit, you go farther, right? Like you can fight these diseases that we have, bro. So that's I want to cater to my Latino people.
I like that you're bringing that up because I wanted to touch on Cultura DFW. Can you tell me more about that?
So before COVID, I already had this idea about like I wanted to have something to where I wanted to bring all my Latino community like into a network of people, because in our culture, and I say our because Latinos, right? Um, we try to gatekeep a lot of shit, bro. Like, let's say you have a business, right? And you made it, and you're making good money, and then I want to start the same business that you have, and then I come to you and be like, hey, bro, like, you give me little pointers. A lot of us are like, nah, bro, like, you're gonna take my people, you're gonna take my business. Like, I ain't gonna tell you shit. You do it on your own. You know what I'm saying? So why are we like that, bro? Like, we have 8 million people in Dallas. So if you're a barber, you tell me you're gonna cut 8 million fucking heads.
Exactly. Like there's too much money around here to be made.
There's a lot of people for everybody to make money, bro, and for us to make that network and grow as people, bro. Like so, before COVID, I had this idea, and obviously COVID happened, like shut down that idea, like shut it down. And I always kept that idea. Like I had the Instagram, I had the name, and then last year I was like, I gotta start in. I gotta start next year. So this year, 24. So January 1st, um, I was like, I gotta start something, right? Like that summer, 2023, last year, that summer, I got invited again another dinner on a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday.
Hey, what's today, everybody? Y'all don't even know it, but
It
today
is a Wednesday.
It is a Wednesday.
So my boy Jay Cruz, right? He's like, hey, bro, what are you doing? I'm like, you want to go to dinner? I'm like, sure, let's go, bro. I didn't even ask what the dinner for. You say dinner, bro. You say food, I'm there, bro. I don't care.
Yeah.
I eat. You say food, I'm there. So anyway, he was like, hey, bro, like, you want to come to this dinner with me? I was like, yeah, bro, I'll go. What time, whatever, where at, boom. I'm going without knowing where I'm going, right? I get there and he's like, all right, bro, look, this is a dinner. And they're like, they want to bring Latinos together. So this movement, right, it's been going for years. It's called Hey Chica, right? Uh, so they're based around girls and empowering women. And they do dinners and they go to yoga and do book readings and they get together and they empower women, like, right? So this dinner was them, but bringing us into the picture, into their group, bro. So, un grupo de hermanas, ya, trayéndolos a nosotros los hermanos para que, so we can network.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, bro, this is fucking dope, bro.
Mm-hmm. Really good idea.
Like, these girls already have their own little movement. They don't need to bring like dudes into the picture. But they did, bro, and it was crazy. And I was like, bro, this is amazing, bro. If they can do it, if they can show love to us men and bring us and trying to bring us together, why with my platforms, why can I do the same? Me to women. So that the idea came from her. Shout out. And I know she's watching me. And I saw her earlier. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tag her here somewhere.
Oh yeah.
So I can follow her.
Roger's got you. Roger's gonna tag her.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, like it was amazing. So I was like, I'm doing this thing. I'm paying it back. I'm paying it forward. So that's the idea. And I was like, I'm gonna start in January 1st. So boom. I'm like, I'm gonna bring all these women from the beauty industry. I'm gonna bring them together. And I'm gonna bring them all together so they can join and they collab and they can meet each other and they can just. So I did, bro. The first event, beauty empowerment event, for all ladies in the beauty industry. So makeup, lashes, nails, hair, like anything having to do with the beauty industry. I brought them all together, and the first one we had over like 200 girls.
Sheesh, that's a lot of people.
And I had like amazing people speaking to them and empowering them. And bro, like I was fine with having like 10, 15 people. I didn't know it was going to turn out to be like that. And things on Instagram that they were posting, it was just empowering, bro. Like, oh my God, I just left this event. It was so crazy. It was so empowering. I feel great. You know what I mean?
You just speaking it sounds good. I want to go.
Yeah. No, see, that's what I love about it, though. I mean, I've seen it a couple weeks ago, and I've been looking through it, and keep trying to like get a grasp on it. But I love that because David and I were talking, and we are like, man, there's not a lot of people putting on for Latinos in DFW right now. I mean, you maybe got here and there, but at the level that you're doing it, like it's crazy, man. It's just something that I can take pride in as a Latino myself. I'm like, man, because I grew up in Oak Cliff too, right there, 6-7 and Polk. I grew up right there, so you already know what kind of community that was, in comparison to other places in the Metroplex. So growing up in Oak Cliff, I always kind of felt like an outsider just because I grew up in that specific community.
No, and it's gonna grow into. I started with the women, but I'm gonna bring everybody that's Latino. And excuse me, I call it cultura, right? And I'm focusing on Latinos, right? But we don't discriminate nobody, gender, sex, ethnicity, nothing. No, we welcome everybody. Obviously, we do focus on Latinos, but if you're white, you're black, we welcome you too, right? Because we've been discriminated so much, and we don't want to do that. So, but yeah, this is gonna branch out into all areas of us Latinos, like business owners, entrepreneurs, like, and it's gonna become something beautiful. We're gonna get to have like an award show for us, for Latinos. Like, there's nobody out there giving us flowers, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Like, you got all these OGs that have been working their asses off for years, and
for what,
who gives them pat on the back, bro? You've been doing great, bro. And it's not just because you get a plaque or a trophy. No, it's that respect, right? That us Latinos have, and that's all we have, right? Respeto, right? Like, si tú tienes un respeto de alguien, you feel like, yeah, bro, like, I'm doing good, like, yeah, and that's all we can give, respeto, and that's all I want to bring to the table, bro.
So I wanted to ask with two people being at that event, that just means that maybe the next one's going to be even bigger than that. You would hope, right? That's the goal. So how many events per year are you guys planning to potentially?
So we did January, and then we just had one in March 11. It was crazy. It was amazing too. And then we got one May 4th. So we're gonna celebrate Cinco de Mayo. It's gonna be a brunch mixer with empowering and networking.
Ooh, that's gonna be at that point. That would be 2 months in of us being inside doing this and whatnot. And me and Roger had already talked about we need to go to events like these to just network.
No, and I encourage people, bro. Even if it's an event and you don't see the industry, just go. Just go and feel the power of the people, and because we lost touch of being
Community.
community and talking. Everything is online, bro, and a lot of those girls, they follow each other, but they never met in person until that day. And I see now some of those girls they become friends, like actual friends. I seen them hanging out.
Which is really good. See, yeah, because to touch on that a little bit, I tell Roger this all the time. I hate the narrative that we have of we follow each other on social media and then we see each other in person, whether it's at the gym, the grocery store, at one of these events.
You don't even know that person.
Yeah, we're gonna pretend like I don't even know this. I'm gonna look the other way. I'm gonna just avoid that awkward situation real quick. Instead of saying, "Hey, why am I even following them?" Oh, I'm gonna go say hi to them because I follow them. Why follow them if you're not gonna want to approach them?
Yeah, they be liking all your pictures, but then they see you in person, they're like,
yeah, like why are we doing this? We need to network, market more, and connect more and whatnot. So I actually like that because I feel like we all kind of came accustomed to the COVID situation, just not talking to nobody, just staying right here. Now we just need to open it back up again.
yeah, and that's what I'm providing. I'm providing those venues, right? Like I just want to bring people in, and even if you meet one person, that's a win already.
Yeah, that's one more person than you would have met, walking out of that place.
Or even not going. Not even
Exactly.
And then you go home and you're like, you know what, bro? Like I went to this crazy event. Come with me next time. It's crazy, bro. Like they're speaking like some knowledge.
Yeah, they really are.
And you can take that into any business, right? Like somebody's story, right? Shit, this dude went through that. Maybe I can do the same, or oh, I went through the same shit he did. You know what I'm saying? So
I like that though, because there's like I could just name 3 people off the top. You, Jay Cruz, Smooth Vega are the ones putting on for Latinos in the DFW area, and I like that because to me, y'all are like the OGs. And I don't know, you maybe remember him, but Daniel Solorenzo, he was real good friends with you whenever you were doing Kicks 101 and everything like that. And he's the one that put me on to whenever this was like, I don't know, 2015. And he had put me on to, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. He was like, yeah, that's my boy Frank and everything like that. So just me knowing Danny is what got me knowing you, got me interested. And then 3 years later, that's when we have that picture in 2018, 2019. And it's just literally, it's like a full circle moment for me to come back around. Because at that time, I know you were busy doing everything you were doing, but now just being able to have you sitting here, taking your time out of your day to come here, it's just like a full circle moment for me. So I appreciate you.
no, of course, man. Yeah, no, I'm real humble, bro. Like, and it's like if I can inspire even one person out of this podcast, that's a win.
I love it. What is one advice you would give to any of the viewers watching right now? It could be life advice or anything.
Just keep going, bro. Like we all go through shit. Like we all go through depression, been heartbroken, lost like businesses. Some people lost jobs, but bro, every day that you open your eyes, you're already winning. Like you're rich and you don't even know it, because a lot of people don't even wake up. You know what I'm saying? So life is so precious that we give it up for granted sometimes. Just the fact that we can go outside and breathe air and
let the sun hit your face.
That you can actually see, bro. You can touch
and feel.
Like what else you want out of life? Like you living, you're in this earth. Like just whatever you're going through, bro, just know that it's gonna get better. And the minute that you open your eyes, you're already winning, bro.
So let me ask you this last question. I had to write it down because this is a good question.
You go ahead.
What is your most personal achievement that you're proud of?
My kids, bro. Yeah, being a dad. That's it. Like if I leave with anything in this life, is like I know that I raised and I'm leaving like two great kids like on earth. Like I done my job as a dad, and regardless of if me and their mother didn't work out, they been raised like good kids.
Mm-hmm. Almost as if they didn't have,
Exactly.
their parents separated. Exactly. That's the best part about it. What is your most meaningful disappointment?
Maybe not communicating well with, and this been the last year. I've been good. I've been better this year, but not really communicating with my parents. Um, Obviously they have moved far from me. And the past couple of years, like I kind of like not lost touch, but not been frequent with them, right? So, and you can never get those years back. You know what I'm saying? And my parents, obviously they're older now, and like that's one of my biggest disappointments. Like, kind of like falling off of being more around them,
having that connection with them. I feel like not too long ago, I believe I would remember seeing you take your dad or your mom out to eat.
No. I got better. Trust me. Like I fell off for a little bit, but I got back on my shit.
Which is actually good, because now, does that inspire you to spend more?
Yeah, no, for sure. Like now we do like Sundays, like loterias, we do dinners, like, and Saturdays I'll take them breakfast, like I'll menudo barbacoa, like even if it's like an hour, and we have a meal. During the week they'll come over, like we'll have breakfast at my house. I'll call my mom every day just to check, even if it's like, hey mom, gases or that's bien, you know what I'm saying, like that.
I like that. Just to get an idea I just thought of because you said that. I think it'd be really cool if at these Latino events, networking events, you guys did something like a Loteria event. So basically, you know how you have your card and you have all the little pictures?
Right.
What if everybody that walked in got a card, whether you get the flamingo or you get the boot or whatever it is, and then y'all play a live Loteria, and the 5 pictures y'all pick, if you have the card, you get into the final contest to get, the giveaway at the very end of the contest. I mean, at the very end of the networking event. Yeah. And then boom, I guess it just ties back into being a Latino. Because if you're a Latino,
that could work for the May 4th event. Yeah.
That would be really cool. Yeah. Hey, actually, May 4th too. That actually works out perfectly.
Yeah, Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, that's perfect. See, so that's just a cool little idea I just thought of right now. But Roger, do you have any last comments before we wrap this up?
No, go ahead.
Yeah. I appreciate you for taking your time out of your day,
of course, man,
and everything like that. I appreciate you for just, giving us advice and just coming in and being, like you said, humble, because a lot of people aren't humble once they get older. They think that they're above other people. So I really appreciate you for taking your time out. Appreciate you for wanting to be in the community, still serving the community, still serving Oak Cliff and everything else that comes with it. And I see Jay Cruz also supports Oak Cliff as well. Yeah. So I appreciate you guys for taking time out of y'all's day, and your day especially, to come over here and I'm really appreciating it.
Thank you guys for having me. And once again, like, follow Cultura DFW. He's going to put the tag here. Yeah. Frank _Louis Vuitton. All my other handles will be in there. You need a trainer, hit me up. Shout out to TDA for the glasses and the hat. Shout out. He'll put this shit in here too. Yeah. But now, thank you guys for having me. Once again, like, I'm humble, and if you guys take something from my story, just take it and ride with it.
Yeah, I love it. Appreciate it, guys. We'll see you on another episode of Direct Discussions. Appreciate you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and please, if you guys see us on Instagram, share the clips. It's gonna help us tremendous. Thank you, guys. See you on the next one.